Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Hunter with Rebel Outdoors, everybody's favorite bald bearded guy with the big brown truck. And this week I did a very needed update on the fender flares, and that was to add mud flaps and fix the pre-existing hole that I had. So I'm going to kind of walk you through my process with that. And if you have bought the Fab 4's open fender system for the Ram trucks, this is hopefully going to be a fix for you. Alright, so we'll start in the rear here. So what I pretty much did is I bought these mud flaps from Tractor Supply. They are 30 long by, I think it was like 16 wide, and I pretty much cut these to be the appropriate length that I needed. I'm not going to give out my measurements because, again, trucks may vary, but I pretty much wanted something to be snug against the bottom of the bumper, kind of come up and cover this. Didn't do too long because, again, this is an off-road rig, so I didn't want anything to get snagged on this and rip up, but hopefully this will prevent some dirt and stuff from getting up inside the bumper. So I'm sure you can see here. So that's pretty much what I did here, and I feel like the angle isn't perfect, but you know, it should definitely at least help keep dirt from getting up inside that bumper. So that was probably the easiest thing, and what I ended up getting was some sheet metal screws, and I pretty much just screwed them into that little chunk of the body there. So works out pretty well. Let's move to the front. So if you guys haven't seen the video that I did about these Fab 4 open fender system, I like the way they look. Not everybody's a fan, but hey, my truck, my rules. So they also have the AEV open fender system, and basically that opens the fenders up a lot in the front, not too much in the back, but decent bit in the front, so that way you can run 40s on just a leveling kit. But I do have car suspension on this, not going to get crazy in detail about it, but long story short, when you would cut these fenders, you can see took a decent chunk out of the front, but the back was pretty much cut to like about right here, and there's a huge gaping hole which allowed for dirt and debris to go up inside the engine bay, as well as all up inside the door, which wasn't very fun. I don't know how else it's going to show up on camera, but down in there was basically where all kinds of dirt and stuff would get caked up in all the space, and I'd really have like a mound of dirt inside the engine bay. So you can see it's pretty dirty in here. So basically I kind of tucked that corner behind the shock there, the reservoir, and then had a couple of these different screws. I think these are like originally screws for the fenders themselves. I think a couple are actually sheet screws, so pretty much ended up like pre-drilling holes to where I know I wanted these to line up, and pretty much just screwed these in. Probably been a lot easier to just do what I did with the rear and use some like big sheet metal screws, but you can kind of see I cut an angle here and tucked this under the actual, I guess, flare portion, because you guys can see there's like nothing under here, so this does get caked with mud from time to time, but you know, just kind of made this work. The full length kind of helped with getting that hole covered up, and then I did leave some on the outside here, so that way you guys can see. So you can see it kind of covers all any kind of stuff that would, you know, like cake this. I live on a dirt road, so a lot of times when it would rain and stuff, this would all just get instantly dirty no matter how many times I clean my truck. But more importantly, had to cover that hole up so that way my engine bay is not getting caked with dirt and all inside my doors, and this will kind of protect, you know, rocks and all that jazz from getting chucked up, even though, you know, the truck's kind of covered in scratches and paint chips and all that fun stuff. But so now this video is going to be kind of a short one. I wanted to kind of get this out here because, well, if you got these and you didn't do them yourselves, or you did do them yourself following the Fab 4 instructions, and now you have a giant gaping hole in your fender that allows all kinds of dirt to pretty much make a mess. And, you know, living here in Michigan where they salt the living crap out of the roads in wintertime, I was washing the truck pretty much like every week and having to open up the doors, clean inside of there, clean what I could inside the engine bay, you know, kind of the pockets that I showed you. But we haven't had any rain yet, so I haven't really been able to test this out, but follow the Instagram and TikTok for all that kind of short video stuff like that. But again, I got these from Tractor Supply. They were like 18 bucks a piece, something like that. I'll go ahead and link them in the description down below. Then I'll also, I'm sure I already did, put up the Fab 4 fender video so you guys can kind of see what that gaping hole looked like prior to me covering up. The rear didn't really need any kind of special attention. I just wanted to kind of help prevent some like dirt, salt, and all that kind of stuff from kicking up inside of the rear bumper here. Just, you know, I clean the truck pretty regularly, but again, just trying to do some preventive maintenance kind of things that probably should have done a long time ago. But hey, it's the fun thing about DIY, and you get to figure it out as you go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you've had these fenders and discovered something that works for you, you know, help spread some knowledge around. And yeah, anyway guys, that'll kind of wrap this little video up. A little short, sweet one for you here. Like, share, subscribe, leave comments if you got any questions, concerns, you know, fun comments, whatever, done. You know where to leave that down below. Hit the bell notification. Try to post videos every Friday, or at least once a week, on all the different outdoor things that are fun that I enjoy and that I do, or try to do when I have time. But yeah, anyway, catch you guys in the next one.